Welcome back to Motive English. I'm Alex.
And I'm Emma. We're so happy you're here with us today.
Today, we have something really exciting. We're going to practice English for daily life conversations, the kind of English you use every day with friends, family, or at work.
Yes, and we're going to do it in a fun way, just like a real chat. You'll hear short stories, funny incidents, and natural conversations. Don't just listen, try to repeat the phrases out loud and speak along with us.
Exactly. This is your time to practice speaking and listening. Don't worry about mistakes. Every mistake is a step closer to speaking confidently.
And we've divided this video into 7 sections. Each section has a story or conversation from daily life. After each story, we'll highlight important phrases and expressions so you can use them yourself. By the end of the video, you'll feel more confident understanding and speaking English naturally.
So get ready. Grab a notebook if you like, or just relax and listen carefully. Notice the words, the expressions, and the natural way we speak.
And remember, listening is the first step to speaking fluently. Repetition is your best friend, so don't be shy to repeat after us.
All right, imagine we're having a chat over coffee, just like friends do. Are you ready?
Great! Let's get started with our first story, Daily Life at Work, and see how English is used in real conversations.
Okay, Emma, let's start with a story about work. Something that happened to me just last week.
Oh, I'm ready. I love funny stories from work. What happened?
Well, you know my desk is usually a bit messy, right? Papers everywhere, pens all over the place.
Yes, I know. Your desk is famous for being creative.
Exactly. So last Monday, I decided, it's a new week. It's a fresh start. I need to be organized. I bought a big new trash can and started cleaning. Old papers, old notes, goodbye, everything.
Good for you. Sounds like a productive start.
Yes, I felt very proud of myself. But then, my colleague Tom came over and said, Alex, where is my lunch?
Oh no.
Yes, I had accidentally thrown his brown paper bag into the trash because I thought it was an old paper.
Oh no, Alex, that's terrible. How did he react?
He looked at me, very hungry, and I felt awful. I said, I'm so sorry, Tom. I didn't see it. I'm trying to be organized. Then I had to buy him a new lunch from the cafe downstairs.
Well, at least he got a fresh lunch, but this is a perfect example of a funny work mistake.
Exactly. And here's the important part. In that short story, there are some very useful phrases you can use at work. Key phrases for daily life at work. It's a fresh start. Use when starting a new day, week, or project. I need to be organized. Talking about being tidy or planning your work. Goodbye, old notes. Use when discarding or finishing something. Where is my lunch? Asking politely about something you need. I didn't see it. Explaining a mistake or misunderstanding. I felt awful. Expressing feelings about a mistake. I'm trying to be organized. Giving context for your actions. At least, use to highlight the positive side of a situation. He looked at me, very hungry, describing someone's reaction. Buy him a new lunch, expressing an action you take to fix a mistake.
See, Alex, even a small, funny mistake at work gives us so many phrases to practice.
Exactly, and learners can use these phrases in real life. For example, you can say, it's a fresh start on Monday morning at your office. Or if you forget something, say, I didn't see it, or I felt awful. And don't forget, at least, to keep the conversation positive.
That's right. Also, try repeating these phrases out loud. It helps with pronunciation, intonation, and confidence.
Let's try one together. I'll say it first, then you repeat. It's a fresh start.
It's a fresh start.
I need to be organized.
I need to be organized.
I felt awful.
I felt awful.
Perfect. Practicing like this makes it easier to remember and use naturally in real conversations.
So, that's our story about daily life at work. Messy desks, mistakes, and funny moments. All excellent practice for English.
And remember, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Even funny mistakes are part of learning.
All right, Alex. Now let's move to school and study life. I have a funny story that happened while I was learning a new hobby.
Oh, I can't wait. What hobby are we talking about?
Photography. I decided to take a class to improve my skills. I wanted to learn how to take beautiful pictures of people and nature.
That sounds amazing, but I guess something happened.
Yes, the class was at a park, and the teacher, Mr. Black, is very serious. He never smiles. I was trying to take a perfect picture of a beautiful bird on a fountain. I was walking slowly, watching the bird through my camera, and guess what happened?
Oh no, you didn't.
I walked right into the fountain. Splash! I was standing in water, shoes soaked, and the bird flew away.
That's terrible, but also kind of funny. Did Mr. Black say anything?
No, he didn't say a word, but I could tell he wanted to laugh. I just had to quietly step out, squish, 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 all the way to my car.
Classic. Sometimes trying too hard to get something perfect causes accidents. But learners can take a lot from this story.
Exactly. Even small mistakes or funny mishaps are opportunities to learn expressions and phrases we can use in daily English.
Key phrases and expressions from the story. I wanted to take a perfect picture. Talking about your goal or attempt. Walking slowly, watching, describing actions in detail. I walked right into, expressing accidents or mistakes. Splash, I was standing in water. Use sound effects or onomatopoeia to make stories fun. The bird flew away, showing the result of your action. He didn't say a word, describing someone's reaction. I could tell he wanted to laugh, expressing observation about others' feelings. Squish, 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 fun sounds to describe movement or accidents. Trying too hard to get something perfect causes mistakes. Giving advice or reflection. Quietly step out, describing how to act carefully or discreetly.
Emma, I love how this story is not just funny, but also full of useful phrases for describing mistakes, actions, and reactions. Exactly, and learners can practice these phrases in real life. For example, if you spill coffee or trip somewhere, you can say, I walked right into the table. I could tell he wanted to laugh. Trying too hard caused a mistake.
Right, and it's also a reminder that making mistakes is totally normal when learning something new. Even funny accidents like this are great English practice.
Let's try repeating some phrases together. I'll say it first, then you repeat. I wanted to take a perfect picture.
I wanted to take a perfect picture.
I walked right into the fountain.
I walked right into the fountain.
Squish, squish, squish.
Squish, squish, squish.
Perfect. Practicing like this makes your English sound natural and fluent.
So, that's our school and study mishap. Remember, funny accidents, mistakes, and small challenges are excellent ways to learn English, and they make learning memorable. Okay, Emma, now let's talk about family life. I think everyone has funny stories with family, right?
Definitely. Families give us so many opportunities to practice English naturally. I actually had a small adventure last weekend.
Oh, do tell. I'm ready for some family drama.
Well, my brother, David, came to visit for 3 days. He's very funny and loves trying new things. On Friday, we went to an Italian restaurant because he loves pasta. Everything was fine until he decided to show a magic trick to the waiter.
A magic trick at a restaurant?
Yes, he took a coin and said, "Look, now you see it, now you don't." But instead of disappearing, the coin landed in the waiter's soup.
Oh no! How did the waiter react?
At first, he was surprised, but then he laughed. David said, "Ta-da! The coin is in the soup." We all laughed so hard. And the waiter was very nice. He gave David a new soup, but he warned, "No more magic tricks in my restaurant."
That's hilarious. I love how a small incident can turn into a funny memory.
Exactly. And even though it's funny, there are many useful expressions we can learn from this story.
Key phrases and expressions from the story. He's very funny and loves trying new things, talking about someone's personality. We went to an Italian restaurant, talking about outings with family. He decided to show a magic trick to the waiter, describing intentions or actions. Look, now you see it, now you don't. Fun way to explain something or show a trick. The coin landed in the soup, talking about accidents or unexpected results. At first, he was surprised, but then he laughed, describing someone's initial reaction. We all laughed so hard, talking about reactions to funny situations. No more magic tricks in my restaurant, quoting someone's words, polite warning. Turn into a funny memory, describing how events are remembered. Small incident can become a story, talking about storytelling or sharing experiences.
Emma, that story is not only funny but also full of phrases learners can use to talk about family, accidents, and outings.
Yes, and learners can practice these phrases in their own life. For example, my brother is very funny and loves trying new things. We went to a cafe yesterday. Something small turned into a funny memory.
Let's repeat a few together for practice. I'll say it first. He's very funny and loves trying new things.
He's very funny and loves trying new things.
The coin landed in the soup.
The coin landed in the soup.
We all laughed so hard.
We all laughed so hard.
Perfect. Repeating phrases like this makes your English more natural and confident.
So, that's our story about family life. Even small incidents with family are great opportunities to learn vocabulary, practice expressions, and have fun with English. All right, Emma, now let's talk about friends and social life. I think everyone has funny stories when hanging out with friends.
Oh, yes. I remember a story from last weekend that still makes me laugh.
Tell me, I'm ready for some fun.
So, my friends and I decided to go to the cinema on Saturday. We wanted to watch a comedy, something light and funny to relax.
Sounds perfect.
Yes, we bought our tickets, got popcorn and big sodas, and sat down in the dark, ready for laughs. But it was very quiet. The first 20 minutes, nothing happened. A man just sat in a library looking at books.
Wait, that doesn't sound like a comedy.
Exactly. We realized we were in the wrong room. Instead of a comedy, we were watching a long history documentary. My friend Sarah was annoyed because she hates history.
Oh no, that's such a classic mix-up.
Yes, but instead of stressing, we decided to leave and get ice cream. And you know what? It ended up being a really fun night.
That's a perfect example of a misunderstanding that turns into a funny memory. Even when plans go wrong, you can still enjoy time with friends.
Exactly. And there are so many useful conversational phrases in this story that you can use with friends.
Key conversational phrases from the story. We decided to go to the cinema. We wanted to watch a comedy. We bought tickets, popcorn, and sodas. It was very quiet, nothing happened. We realized we were in the wrong room. My friend was annoyed. Instead of stressing, we decided to leave. It ended up being a really fun night. Classic mix-up. Even when plans go wrong, you can still enjoy time with friends.
Emma, I love how this story shows that even small misunderstandings can be funny and useful for learning English.
Exactly. Learners can practice these phrases in real life. For example, we decided to go to the cafe. I realized I was in the wrong classroom. Instead of stressing, I decided to relax.
And repetition helps. Let's try a few phrases together. I'll say it first. We realized we were in the wrong room.
We realized we were in the wrong room.
It ended up being a really fun night.
It ended up being a really fun night.
Classic mix-up.
Classic mix-up.
Perfect. Practicing these phrases makes your conversations with friends sound natural and confident.
So that's our story about friends and social life. Remember, funny moments, small mistakes, and misunderstandings are perfect opportunities to learn conversational English. All right, Emma, now that we've shared stories about work, school, family, and friends, it's time for a practical listening and speaking exercise.
All right, Alex, now that we've shared stories about work, school, family, and friends, it's time for a practical listening and speaking exercise.
Let's start with repeat after me practice. I'll say a phrase from our stories, and you repeat after me.
Perfect. I'll go first.
It's a fresh start.
It's a fresh start.
I walked right into the fountain.
I walked right into the fountain. The coin landed in the soup.
The coin landed in the soup. We realized we were in the wrong room.
We realized we were in the wrong room. Instead of stressing, we decided to leave.
Instead of stressing, we decided to leave. Excellent. Repeating phrases out loud helps your pronunciation, fluency, and confidence.
Next, let's do a question-answer exercise. I'll ask a question and Emma will answer. Then viewers can answer too.
Sounds great. Question 1. What did I throw away at work by accident?
You threw away your colleague's lunch.
Correct. And viewers, you can repeat, I threw away my colleague's lunch. Question 2. What happened when Emma tried to take a picture of the bird?
I walked into the fountain and got wet.
Exactly. And you can say, I walked into the fountain and got wet. Question 3. What funny trick did Emma's brother do at the restaurant?
He tried a magic trick and the coin landed in the soup.
Perfect. Say it together. The coin landed in the soup. Question 4. Where did Emma and her friends go instead of watching the wrong movie?
We went to get ice cream.
Good. Repeat, we went to get ice cream. Question 5. What phrase can you use if you make a small mistake at work or school?
I didn't see it. I felt awful.
Exactly. Or you can also say, I felt awful.
Now, let's do a short comprehension check. I'll describe a situation and Alex will answer using one of the phrases we practiced. Situation 1. You accidentally spill coffee on your desk at work. What can you say?
I can say, I didn't see it. I felt awful.
Perfect. Situation 2. You realize you booked the wrong movie ticket. How can you describe it?
We realized we were in the wrong room. Instead of stressing, we decided to leave.
Exactly. That's a natural way to explain a problem and what you did to fix it.
Great! By repeating phrases, answering questions, and checking comprehension, you practice listening, speaking, and understanding all at the same time.
Yes, and the best part is you can use these phrases in real life, at work, school, with family, or with friends.
Remember, the key is practice and repetition. The more you say the phrases out loud, the more natural your English will sound.
Exactly, so don't skip this step. Pause the video, repeat phrases, and answer the questions out loud.
All right, Emma, I think our viewers are ready to use these phrases in real conversations.
Wow, Emma, what a journey today. We talked about work, school, family, and friends, and shared so many funny and memorable stories.
Yes, and along the way we learned lots of useful English phrases that you can use in your daily life.
Let's quickly recap some of the key phrases from today's video. From work, it's a fresh start. I walked right into the fountain. I felt awful. From school and study, I wanted to take a perfect picture. Squish, squish, squish. Trying too hard caused a mistake. From family, the coin landed in the soup. We all laughed so hard. Small incidents can turn into funny memories. From friends and social life, we realized we were in the wrong room. Instead of stressing, we decided to leave. It ended up being a really fun night.
And don't forget, we practiced these phrases with repeat after me exercises, question-answer activities, and short comprehension checks. This is the best way to remember them and use them naturally.
Exactly. Remember, learning English is all about practice and repetition. Listen carefully, speak out loud, and don't worry about making mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning.
Yes, every time you use these phrases, you get more confident and fluent. Start using them at work, in school, with family, and with your friends.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to MotivEnglish. Share it with your friends and family so they can practice English too.
And we would love to hear from you. Tell us in the comments your funny or interesting story this week, or your favorite phrase from today's video. It's a great way to practice writing and speaking in English.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today. Keep practicing, stay consistent, and remember, English learning can be fun, easy, and part of your daily life.
Absolutely. Keep listening, keep speaking, and enjoy the journey. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye-bye, everyone. Keep practicing and have a wonderful day.